everyone, my name is Mavic Squats and I am a web developer. Today I'm going to show you how you can style inputs in HTML using CSS3. Now, in our last video you saw the types of inputs that we have in HTML5, and supposedly that you've not watched those videos, don't worry, they are in the description below. Now, inputs, they have more of a variety of them. We have inputs for text, inputs for files, inputs for emails, inputs for password, and all the rest. But the question you're going to ask yourself after practicing all of those, how are you going to style them using CSS3? How are you going to style them? It's not like styling the body of a page, and it's definitely not like styling a div. No. Inputs, they have their own style, so please be sure to remember that when styling in CSS3. So the first thing we're going to do is to create the CSS file and link it to the HTML. As you can see in my screen, this is the CSS file. I named it index.css, and I linked it in the HTML file. After the title, this link, in the style sheet, the href index.css. So after linking, we can now begin to work on the styling part. Wow, you have gotten to this point in the video. It's so amazing. And for you to have gotten here so far, I mean you've loved this video. So why not just drop a like, please? And if you want more videos from this channel, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Janet's Arts Academy. And you can always ask your questions in the comment section and I'll answer them as soon as possible. So like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, notification bell. You need to click on it to be able to get all of our latest videos that are sure to come up eventually. So like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notification bell. Well, so you've seen exactly how we can style and input in CSS3, and we've styled the text input, and there are some things that I like to quickly explain. Number one, the color. When we make the color to be purple and we wrote our text purple, the text became purple, and this means that the color was meant for the text. So if by any chance you do not understand, here's what I mean. There's a difference between color and background color. Had it been that we had made it that we wanted the background color of this input, that is white, to be purple, we'll just need to type in background color here. Once you've typed background color, what would immediately, when we refresh it, it will be purple, but the text will still be black by default. But I made a color, that is the text, to be purple. Another thing that I like to call to your attention is the font size. Yeah, we increase the font size to be 20 pixels to be a little bit bigger. Now the text transform, there are like three. We have capitalized, uppercase, lowercase. Capitalized means that for every first word that I write, it must be in a capital letter. Lowercase means that all the whole letters will be in lower cases, and uppercase means that they will all be in capital letters. And that is why when I wrote the welcome, the W was a capital. When I wrote the T, capital, D, you see, the first letter will be in capital letters. So, and the font family sans serif. Then the border width, the border color, the red, green, blue, yellow, it's a style that I added, 1.5 pixels. The thinner lines indicates the 1 pixel. We see the red and the yellow, they are 1 pixels each. The green and the blue are 5 pixels. You can increase it or decrease it to your liking. And finally, the last one, the outline color orange. If you notice during the lecture as the tutorial was going on, the outline color was formerly black, but I changed it to orange so that you'll be able to see the effect of the outline color in the CSS3. And you can use this to just style it to make it more unique instead of having it just to be black. So I added this orange, and so when I click on it, you see the orange outline color here. You can change it to blue, green, white, any color that suits your preference. So that's all. But supposing that you love this kind of coding, or maybe you just love the way the codes just came to life and you're like, hey, I want to style everything to be exactly like this text. I want to make it everything if possible, and we have like password, the date and time, the number and week. I want all of them to be like this. And then you recall that we have this usual copy and paste method. All you have to do is just to highlight all of this, copy and paste, highlight, copy and paste. And then you start to think, how am I going to do it? You know, it will make your whole work look bogus. But there's a way that you can sort of simplify it all. All you need to do is just go to this input, the text, add a comma. Let's space it out. Before the curly braces, you add a comma, and then input. What input would I like to style? Well, I would like to style week, yeah. So the input, then the square brackets. Please do not forget the square bracket, and the type equals the week. Now this comma and shows that whatever coding lines of code that you've added here, they will also apply to this week. Once we save it and you refresh, this week automatically has the same effect as the input text. The week also has it, and you see the orange outline color is there. So remember, styling in inputs, it has its own method. You can even use this comma, the notation to in the div as well. So you add another input. I would like to style another one, the password. Then I'll save it, and then I refresh. Then this password has the same CSS code as the rest of it, all because I added the comma notation. So go out there and you can style as many inputs as you want, just using a particular source code. You don't have to copy and paste, this is just a simplified way. So there, you've seen how styling index can be. It's true, it has its own method and it has its own style, but when you learn it and you've practiced a lot on it, you'll be able to see how easy it can be to style an input. And as you practice and practice and practice, eventually you'll be able to create a beautiful content for your website. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Next time I'm going to show you a drop down list. Did you know that there was more to a drop down menu and list than you think? Well, what do I mean? In our next video, I'm going to show you, well, in the next series of videos, how you can create a drop down image, a drop down list, a drop down menu, and all the rest. Just stay tuned, subscribe to the channel at Jadis Arts Academy, like this video, comment it, and ask any questions that you have regarding this video so far. And I'll see you in our next video. Bye!